yeah, then my family decided to move to Korea, and I lived there for 9 years.
And how old were you at that time?
I was 12, around that age. So yeah, just growing up in Korea, because Japan's right next. Japan and Korea, they're right next to each other, right?
Right.
And they're culturally pretty similar. So say I grew up with a lot of Japanese things. Like everybody, my family, they pretty much spoke Japanese. We used Japanese products, Japanese food, and we grew up watching all the animes and mangas on TV. And I mean, the sentiment and the culture itself is pretty similar, Japan and Korea, because historical reasons. What happened, but it is what it is. So, but then the thing is, nobody really cared. It's not like, you have a manga in front of you and you're not gonna think about like historical, events and like, what happened. Yeah. Look at people, they like BMWs. They drive Mercedes. They don't talk about like the past, right? When it comes to those times. But same thing. When it comes to manga, anime, everything, we grew up watching those things. So it was already in us. One of my friends, like he's kind of like me. He grew up in Japan, but he came back to Korea and was just living. His family's living there, and everybody wanted to go to his house because he had Japanese stuff. This place.
Oh snap!
Yeah, he had mangas. He had toys, which was the bomb back in the days, and TV show, like recorded TV shows on VHS tapes. And what was super shocking to me was even back then, he had those, those single CDs, the long ones, small CDs. He had them. So we were like, oh my God, what is this? Like CD players cost what? $500, $700 back in the days.
Right. I never even saw those little tiny CDs.
Oh,
here
I have them. I'll take a picture of them later on. But yeah, one other thing was, my friend was saying, like, if you go to his house, there's this manga. Of course, we don't know how to read it, but then it's super violent. People blow up, and there's nudity in, and we are like, let's go! Everybody went to his house. There's like 10 dudes with like one manga book or two, right? And it was Hokuto no Ken.
Nani? There you go.
Yeah.
Fist of the North Star.
Exactly. Jinsei no Kyokasho. The textbook of life. Yo, I remember opening up the book, and it was just like, you know how it goes. Everybody just blows up, get ripped apart. And I think it was like Mami-chan, the lady who kind of hangs around with Kenshiro. She gets her, I guess, her shirt or jacket ripped off. And it was a full page. And we just like you opening the Capcom book.
You saw the golden light, dude?
Like boys became men, yo.
Omae wa Mou Shindeiru.
And yeah, also he had like some adult animes. It wasn't even adult, but I guess to us, it was a little like kind of like ero. But you know, we had like way more hardcore stuff. But it's Japanese stuff too. But so to us, it was like, oh my God, how do they do these ero-y things on manga? Because to us, like ero means like Playboy magazine. Like pen pals, like things like that. But it wasn't manga, and it was like cute manga too, like kawaii style manga, but it's still ero-y. So we all like, oh my God, what is it? Yeah, that was my first time like looking at the actual like Japanese manga tankobon. We were like, oh my God, can we borrow this? He's like, no. It was just like
smart kid.
So we were just
smart
like,
kid, dude.
Okay, I'm gonna steal that shit one day.
Dude, you can't lend out music or books or any of that stuff.
None of that. Especially
it
money.
never comes back.
Right.